Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing fine and are taking care of yourselves. My name is Kanika Tandon and I am here with the video of Class 8 English 2nd. In our last video we have completed till the question answers, the reference to context question answers of poem The Hero, and today we are going to complete the rest of the questions and also the exercise of the poem. Starting our today's video with the question answers of poem The Hero on page number 58. We have done till C part, question number 2 C part, and now the question number 3 is, how do you know that the incidents described only happen in the boy's imagination? Why do you think the boy imagines such a dangerous situation? So now in this question we have to answer that how do we know that the incident that the boy is talking about is actually boy's imagination, and also why do we think that the boy's imagination is so dangerous? So why was it so dangerous? Because he wanted to do some heroic deed, right? So, in this, the final few lines of the poem, where the boy reveals his lack of sense of fulfillment with the happenings of daily life, reveals the fact that he has imagined all the dangerous situations described earlier in the poem. The boy thinks of such a dangerous situation because he is not happy with his ordinary mundane life where nothing happens, to give him an opportunity to show how brave he is. It also seems that he has read adventure stories full of tales about heroes and their deeds. He wants these to come true for him so that he can prove his worth to his mother and establish himself as a brave hero to his elder brother, who he believes thinks that he is delicate. So in this poem, the boy actually want to show his mother and the society and his brother, whom they think that he is delicate, but actually he is not. He just want to tell everybody that how brave he is. So this is the reason why he always imagines these things, these dangerous things. All right, coming to question number 4. What response do you think the mother would give her son? Now if for example your mother gets to know that you have been thinking these kinds of things, so what do you expect your mother to reply? She'll obviously scold you. Why? Because no mother would ever want his or her child, her kid, to do something this dangerous, right? So the mother will perhaps be alarmed that her little boy thinks of such dangerous happenings. However, she would perhaps also shower him with his love and indulge him to think that he is indeed very brave. She would also understand that it is a child's imagination of adventure that her son is expressing to her. Alright, so here mother will be, your mother and his mother, they will be shocked to see that her kid is actually thinking something this dangerous. So what she will do, she will actually make him believe that no beta, this does not happen. If some situation like this does not come, still you will be brave in her eyes. You are already very brave. And also she will shower some love upon the kid. Alright. Last one is, the little boy wants to save his mother. If a situation such as he imagines were to arise, but he also wants a claim from certain others. Who are these people and why do you think the little boy wants their appreciation? So now he thinks that in this question we have to answer whether if the little boy is actually wants to save his mother and also a claim from a certain others. So what according to us, these people are the people of the society. They want, the little boy wants their appreciation also, that he wants his brother and his society to think that oh my god, such a brave boy he is, he has saved his mother and all that. So the boy has perhaps read about such heroes in the storybooks and seen how they have been appreciated by their peers and the people around them. That is the reason why he longs for similar appreciation from his mother and the villagers. He also wants his brother to learn about his heroic deeds and be amazed at his courage and strength, because he knows that his brother thinks him to be delicate. So he wants appreciation from his brother and the villagers of the society, because he thinks that his brother, villagers and the society thinks that he is not as brave as other heroes. Coming on to the exercise of the book on page number 57. Question number 1, making connections. Question number 1, give details of the strange and dangerous country through which the narrator imagines himself to be traveling with his mother. Fill in the boxes with the details. Now, in this poem, the boy has actually explained about what kind of a land he was walking on, what kind of a meadow it was, what kind of a field it was, and how the sky was looking. So in this we have to actually describe what the boy had thought. So you can write it in your book if you think that you have enough space for it. Otherwise you can write it in your copy. So first one is land. So the poet describes the land as infertile and deserted. It looks grey and dismal, which was true because it looked very dark and infertile, right? Next one is meadow. The meadow here is described as being pricky and the grass spiky. A narrow broken path is described as running through it. In this the boy has already mentioned that the grass was actually pricky, so he could not come out and sit. Next one is field. The field is wide but no cattle can be seen in it. It was described in the book itself that that people were as soon as the sun sets, the people take their cattle and take them go back to the home and their cattle also. So there was no one around, and it was no one was seen, and the sky is dark as well as the sun is setting. Coming on to the next exercise on page number 58, which is appreciation. In this we have to write the dramatic monologue. Two dramatic monologues are given. First one I'll explain you what you have to do, and second one will be your homework. So given below is let me tell you first what a dramatic monologue is. So actually I've already told you what a persona and uh, what is the actual difference between the persona and the narrator. So whenever a poem is written and the person who is telling us the poem is called the persona, while in the story whosoever is telling us the story is called the narrator. Alright, so in this the poem which has a persona and implied audience is called dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue is actually a poem in which a person is telling the poem. So first one is, sullen clouds are gathering fast over the back fringe of the forest. Oh child, do not go out. The palm tree in a row by the lake are smiting their heads against the dismal sky. The crows with their dragged wings are silent on the termined branches, and the eastern bank of the river is haunted by a deepening gloom. The sky seems to ride fast upon the madly rushing rain. The water in the river is loud and impatient. Women have hastened home early from the Ganga with their filled pitchers. The evening lamps must be made ready. Oh child, do not go out. In this dramatic monologue, the persona is actually a mother or a lady whose child is trying to go out in the rain and storm. And in this whole poem she has been explaining what kind of a atmosphere and what kind of surroundings she has been looking at. And she is actually very clear that the palm trees are coming and touching the lake, and the sky is already have gotten dark, and there are some, the eastern bank of the river, these are haunted by a gloom. A storm is coming, and where this river is actually very loud and impatient because of the rain and the wind that is flowing over the river. in by these kind, it is actually very dangerous for a child to go out. And all the ladies have came back home and hastened themselves into the home. They have fastened the seat, fastened themselves with their beds or something. And because the sky is dismal and dark, people are ready to people have made the lamps ready, and now she is actually stopping the kid to go out. So there are three questions. First one is identify the persona and the listener. Second is what do these lines tells us about the persona, and the mood of the poem. A poem refers to its atmosphere. What is the mood of these lines? So in these we have to actually answer these questions. So what is a persona? Persona is a person who is telling us the story. So in this, the persona is actually the mother. You can write these answers in your notebooks. So the speaker is probably a mother and the listener is her young and naughty son, which is very clear from the poem. Next one is what do these lines tells us about the persona? Now what kind of a lady do you think she is? She is actually caring, because she is caring for her kid. So these lines tells us that the person is speaker is anxious about the weather condition and does not want her child to go out in such inclement weather and endanger himself. So she is kind of caring. The mood of a poem refers to its atmosphere. What is the mood of their lines? So the mood of this poem is somber, as the whole description of the natural elements points to an impending downpour that could have ill effects on the speaker's restless child, where the child go out in this weather. So the mood of this atmosphere, the mood of the poet is the poem in the atmosphere is actually very somber, and it is actually very scary. And this lady just want that her kid does not go out and endanger himself. Second one is read the fable given below and imagine that you are a boastful traveler. Compose a short dramatic monologue describing your feats. You may compose the monologue in prose or poetic form. So your homework will be you will read this whole fable and then try to write it on your own. And with this, the poem is already over. Now there is only one chapter left, which is chapter number 4. Its name is March, and I am going to explain you the chapter in my next video. Till then, take care and keep studying, and please do complete your work till the poem.